Good day, everyone. Today, I will be first presenting a report about financial crisis and the role of asymmetric information in the financial system. But before that, please read first the definition of financial crisis. Okay, thank you. So, a financial crisis refers to a major disruption in financial markets that is typically characterized by a sharp decline in asset prices and the failure of many financial institutions and firms. So, during a financial crisis, confidence in the financial system weakens, which often leads to panic among investors and businesses. As a result, investments decrease, financial institutions become unstable, and economic activity slows down. Financial crises are considered a major source of economic fluctuations because they significantly affect the stability and the performance of an economy. So, I have here one important question often asked, and it is, what causes a financial crisis? Please read. Okay, thank you. So, a financial crisis generally occurs when institutions or assets become overvalued, meaning their market prices are much higher than their actual economic value. This situation may be intensified by irrational behavior among investors, where individuals follow the actions of others without carefully evaluating the risks involved. When many investors behave this way, asset prices can rise rapidly, forming economic bubbles that eventually collapse, triggering financial instability. A major example of this situation occurred during the 2008 global financial crisis. So, in August 2007, many borrowers in the United States began defaulting on their subprime mortgages, which were housing loans given to individuals with low credit ratings. When these borrowers were unable to repay their loans, it created panic throughout the financial system. Banks and financial institutions had heavily invested in mortgage related financial products, and the increasing number of loan defaults caused severe financial losses, leading to one of the worst financial crises in modern economic history. As the crisis intensified, the effects quickly spread across financial markets around the world. Borrowers were forced to pay higher interest rates on their loans, while access to credit became increasingly difficult for both individuals and businesses. At the same time, global stock markets experienced major crashes, and the value of shares of many U.S. companies dropped dramatically, falling to nearly half of their peak values. This sharp decline in asset prices further weakened investor confidence and disrupted financial stability. The financial crisis eventually led to a severe economic recession. The recession officially began in December 2007, and its effects became more severe by the fall of 2008. During this period, economic activity declined significantly as businesses reduced production, investment slowed down, and unemployment rates increased. Many companies struggled to survive, and several financial institutions collapsed due to heavy financial losses. Another important factor that contributes to financial crisis is the presence of asymmetric information in financial markets. So, asymmetric information occurs when one party involved in a financial transaction has more or better information than the other. In many cases, borrowers have more knowledge about their financial condition and intentions than lenders do. This imbalance of information can create two major problems in the financial system, which are the adverse selection and moral hazard. So the first problem is adverse selection. So adverse selection occurs before a financial transaction takes place. In this situation, lenders may have difficulty distinguishing between borrowers who are financially responsible and those who are high risk. Because of this uncertainty, lenders may end up selecting borrowers from a pool that includes many poor or high-risk credit borrowers, increasing the chances of loan default and financial loss. The second problem is moral hazard. Moral hazard occurs after a financial transaction has been completed. So moral hazard refers to the risk that borrowers may engage in activities that are undesirable or risky from the perspective of the lender. For example, after receiving a loan, a borrower might invest the money in high-risk ventures or behave irresponsibly because the potential losses will largely affect the lender rather than themselves. In conclusion, financial crises are serious disruptions in financial markets that lead to declining asset prices, firm failures, and economic recessions. The 2008 financial crisis serves as a clear example of how overvalued assets, borrower defaults, and declining investor confidence can trigger widespread financial instability. Furthermore, problems related to asymmetric information, particularly adverse selection and moral hazard, play a crucial role in explaining why financial crises occur and how they can significantly affect the stability of financial systems and the overall economy. And that is all for my report for the financial crisis and the role of asymmetric information in the financial system. I am Riza Eve J. Villahermosa, and with the continuation for this report, we will have Eunice Orsal.